Connecting with people going through the same experience as you can be incredibly helpful. This can be a great way to gain emotional support, educate yourself about your diagnosis and treatment options, and help others in return. So where can you go to seek support? Family and friends, online communities, local lung cancer support groups, patient advocacy groups, and employee assistance programs. Ask your healthcare team about different support groups, and also do some research on your own or with loved ones. Support can look different for everyone. Support can be one-on-one conversations, an exercise class, nutritional tips and recipes. The list goes on. The support you get from a group can be just as important as the treatment you receive. And when it's from people who have walked in your shoes, it can be especially helpful. Now, let's hear from Jody, a woman who's living with lung cancer. Here's her story about the impact her support group has had on her life.
I didn't have people to talk to about what's lung cancer all about. And finding the support group filled that gap. And that's not to say that there isn't significant support coming from family and friends, and even friends who have been on their own cancer journey. There's lots of similarities, particularly the emotional side of what happens. But I think for me, lung cancer was such an out-of-the-box diagnosis that not having anyone to talk to who's had the same disease can be really quite isolating. And on those days where you don't feel so great and you lose that positivity, knowing that there's a group of people there that I can contact and talk to made a difference.
Jody was navigating her diagnosis alone until she found a great support community.
I decided to seek out the group because after about 6 months, I was ready to talk about what was happening. I think in the early stages, your head's so muddled around it was a diagnosis we didn't expect. We thought that I had the flu. We have no history of lung cancer in our family, so it wasn't on the radar at all. But over a period of time, I felt like I needed to connect with other people.
Through the support group, Jody realized just how important having the right members in her healthcare team could be.
In the support group, we do talk a lot about who our treating specialists and allied health professionals are. And it is important to understand where each of those specialists fits in your journey. But I think the most important part of being in that support group was identifying that I did need an oncologist, and connecting the dots with that person was critical. But we all talk about, whether we see a physiotherapist or an occupational therapist, or whether we talk to our psych, and where we access our support from that clinical and allied health perspective.
So you can see the powerful impact a support system can have. Sharing your story and being a good listener not only helps you, but also helps other people know they are not alone. For Jody, that means sharing what she's learned with you.
My tips for a newly diagnosed lung cancer patient would be ask as many questions as you want to. There are no silly questions. Have a support person with you at every appointment. Someone that you feel safe with, that you trust, that you can relive the conversations with. Keep a journal. Keep a register of the questions you have so that you can share them with people, but also have a place for writing down how you're feeling, because sometimes that's a really good outlet to just say, I feel like crap today. And writing that down and unpacking it a bit as to why can be really therapeutic.
Okay, let's review what we just learned in this section. What to know. Support can be an important aspect of your treatment. There are many ways to seek and find community. Support looks different for everyone. What to do? Find the support that's right for you. Ask loved ones to help you search. And share your story if and when you're ready. As we're approaching the end of this video, I hope you found all this information helpful. We don't expect you to remember everything, and we encourage you to come back here and watch this again, as well as share it with your loved ones. The most important thing you can do right now is to be kind to yourself as you navigate the emotional ups and downs of your diagnosis, especially in these early days. So before we part ways, let's review a timeline of what you can expect over the course of treatment, starting from detection. Once lung cancer has been detected through tests, such as a chest X-ray, your doctor may order further tests, including a CT, MRI, or PET scan to confirm the diagnosis. For a more complete diagnosis, biomarker testing may be required to give your doctor detailed information about your type of lung cancer. After your complete diagnosis, treatment may begin. If surgery is part of your treatment, you may be able to go home sometime between 2 to 10 days after your procedure. When it comes to the length of treatment, timing will vary depending on your type of lung cancer, type of treatment, and how your body responds. Talk with your doctor to get a better understanding of your individual treatment plan. Your lung cancer care plan should include maintaining regular contact with your healthcare team for follow-up appointments and testing. Going forward, we hope you'll have clear, informative, and helpful conversations with your healthcare team. And remember that no matter what, you're not alone. Resources and support are out there and right here.